What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Jeff here, and better late than never, but today we're going to look at some end of year wrap-ups. We're going to have a look at game of the year. I did have some other plans, as I mentioned previously, just time and being ill has got in the way, but we're going to kind of do that in some kind of format today. It's better than nothing at all. Am I right? Let's do this. So to the end of year wrap-ups then. Initially, I was going to have a look at just kind of posting my own through the link you can go through where it's a bit more fancy, that kind of thing. But actually, no, I thought it would be better off to show everyone else's off. I did post mine in here as well, so we'll stumble upon it as we go through. We won't pay too much attention to mine, obviously. But yeah, I thought I would much rather discuss everyone's wrap up than just my own. And then, as I mentioned in the intro, we will have a little look at kind of the game of the year stuff, which I'll be doing in a slightly different format to what I initially wanted. But you know, as I say, it's better than not doing it at all. It's also a bit later than I wanted to do it, but again, better late than never, of course. But yeah, we'll start with Leon. Then he's often pretty quick at getting straight on these anytime we post something. So yeah, you often find him at the top, which we love to see. So yeah, we'll talk about some in a lot of detail. There's some, you know, I might need to skip over as they've come through in different format, but yeah, we move. So annual highlights then for Leon. So 2,210 hours, very nice indeed. 153 games played, 2,301 trophies earned, very nice. 83 PS Plus games. And top game of 22 was WWE 2K22, 175 hours. Wow, that is a lot. Very much committed to that game you were, Leon. Apologies with some of these stats as well. I did notice from when I was removing some of the comments that some people had added a little context to the kind of to their stats where some might not necessarily be 100% correct. So if I am reading some out and you know it's not right, I do apologise. It's just what I've done is I've had to remove some of the comments just to kind of streamline this, make it a little smoother. Otherwise, we're just going to be looking at loads of conversation between, you know, people. So yeah, sorry if I get some of these figures wrong, or if you've maybe just dropped something in there which kind of explained. On to Rob the Machine then. Now, I would have thought he'd have had more hours. He's never off the PlayStation. He's constantly popping those platinums. But also I know that, you know, there's like PS3 and Vita stuff aren't included. So some of you guys have been playing kind of on those formats, and that isn't included in this, which is going to affect your stats, of course. But yeah, look at that, 1,683 hours for Rob, 48 games played, a solid 2,213 trophies as well. I won't look too much at the PS Plus games number because it's a bit of a pointless stat, really, isn't it? We'll just kind of, you know, work our way through. And that, just as I mentioned it, there's Molly mentioning there wish PS3 was included, because I do know that she puts a lot of time into the PS3 as well. Yakuza 5, 279 hours actually, just before we move over to Molly. Sorry about that, Rob. I definitely just skipped over your most played game. But yeah, 279 hours. Wow, that is a lot of hours, my friend, for one game. Certainly higher than anything I've played, unless it's like a FIFA or something where it's just continuous. But yeah, that's insane, absolutely crazy. So with Molly then, 1,262 hours, 105 games played, and 3,304 trophies earned. I did kind of expect Dead by Daylight to be at the top. I know she does play that quite heavily, and then of course, as we know, they're very regularly putting DLC out and things, aren't they? So constantly going back, pumping up those hours played, of course. Let's have a look at excellence then. The boss played more than I thought I did. 1,852 hours, 81 games played, just over 2,000 trophies, and 162 hours played on Black Ops 4. Wow, it's a lot of hours indeed. Oh, here we go, Mr. Raymondo. Hell yeah, nearly 2,000 hours, 74 games played, just over 1,500 trophies earned, and then Aliens Fireteam Elite, which, because it's showing both PS4 and PS5, that kind of makes sense. So I know that Ray had gone in and done the platinum for the PS4 version as part of Plat Bros Challenge, and then, as you guys know, if you've followed along up to this point, you'll know that he was kind enough to jump in and help me and Mark on the PS5. version, so he's played it again, and of course in turn that's what's pumped up those hours. But massive respect, Ray, for coming back in, even though you'd done it before. As I keep saying, I really appreciate it. So we've got Onyx then. Let's have a little look. What are we looking at? So 2,253 hours. Wow. 33 games played. 2,648 trophies, and then Greedfall at 143 hours. Wow, that is crazy. So what's this then? 2,086 total game hours, 33 games, 2,300. So I'm just trying to kind of work that out, because there's a little difference. Maybe you've got access to something different where the stats are a little bit different from that. So here's me then. I do tend to post along just so I can kind of get involved and not just be in the background all the time. Yeah, so I was hoping I'd never have to look at Lego Star Wars ever again, but there it is. Yeah, so the pain I went through getting that platinum. If you know me by now, you'll know I do really enjoy the Lego games. I think they're super fun, but they're super fun for 30 hours. Playing along with a friend, they can be really enjoyable. The issue I had with this game is not only was it unnecessarily long, but I had to play it on my own. It says 142 hours played, but I could have sworn on the save file, I'm sure you can see it was 120 something, but even still, it's ridiculous even if it was 120 hours. I didn't play as many hours over the last year. I'm not going to touch on it on this video, that's not what this is for, but for those of you who kind of were around at the time it all happened, I had a lot of changes in my life kind of part way through the year, August. A lot of big changes, so it kind of stopped me from really gaming as much as I normally would. And even now I still haven't kind of got back to sort of the amount of hours I'd normally put in a day. Things still haven't fully settled down from what I had going on. Yeah, but it's one of those things, isn't it? So yeah, just under 2,000 hours, 117 games played, which I'm not proud of, because 80 of them are probably jumping games, which we don't play anymore. You guys know that. I make a point of telling you over and over. 2,210 trophies earned, and yeah, Lego Star Wars, man, never want to see that ever again. Black Phantom, what have you done, my friend? So just under 1,500 hours, 28 games played, 1,149 trophies, and apparently, I'm losing track here. So Yakuza 0, 237 hours. Wow. I've been tempted to try the Yakuza games. I've never played them before. I know we do have access to them now, so it's something that I should do, but I'm just thinking, with the kind of limited time I have, can I really commit? And if I do have that kind of time, do I want to put that into something else that I've really been wanting to get involved with? I don't know. It's a tough one. Hopefully I'll get a chance to play. So what have you said here? 30 plats in a single year is about triple my last year's stats, which was my highest, and now we have a new record. That's amazing work. Well done. Very well done. So we've got Hurricane, 3,143 hours, 71 games played, just over 1,200 trophies, and look at that, my word. See, this is normally me on FIFA, but I can't stand it anymore. MLB The Show 22, 849 hours. Wow, and that accounts for 27% of your total annual play time. Wow. That is crazy to think that over the course of last year, a quarter of your time was spent playing baseball. I mean, fair play. I don't know if I could do it, but no, that's some time sink. Line of Beast, I hope I won't see FIFA 23 next year. Yeah, I was thinking the same, but unfortunately I've got stuff to do on it still. Favourite genre, obviously sport, 1,800 trophies exactly, nice. 28 games played, and just over 1,000 trophies earned, 501 hours on FIFA. Yeah, I certainly don't want to do that anymore. Here he is, greatest Swede of all time, Mr. Flick. I feel bad now because we've actually got more Swedes in the channel, so I should probably stop saying that, shouldn't I? Well, we'll go back to saying Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the greatest, and then everyone else is also awesome. 893 hours played, 87 games played, and just over 1,200 trophies. Cyberpunk 2077 coming in at the longest game for you, Flick, at 94 hours, which was eerily similar to what it took me. Yeah, I really like the game. Really glad I waited for it to be on PS5 because I had an overall great experience with it. Here he is, Leggy. Do you think he enjoyed Dying Light 2? Do you think he enjoyed it? I don't think he did. Dying Light can go suck a fat one. Well, yeah. I mean, I was in the party chat a few times when Leggy was playing it with Alex, and yeah, they didn't have a good time of it at all. I think it was, I don't know, their full experience brought down to glitches and things like that. They just weren't really enjoying themselves. But yeah, 1,239 hours played, 68 games played, just over 1,600 trophies earned, and 117 hours on a game that you didn't enjoy. Wow. Wow. So new trophies. Oh, I like this. So you've added a little cheeky one in there. So 15% increase on the trophies over last year. Very good, very nice. I like it. I'm liking these additional stats. Very good. MI8 player, what have you done, my friend? 1,890 hours, 44 games, 1,070 trophies, and Red Dead Redemption 2 at 268 hours. Wow. I do need to get back to it, but it's just the time, again, putting me off. I really want this as, I mean, it's on my list. It's on, like, I don't even know, 70% maybe even less. And it's one that I really want finished. It's one of those that when I put a list together of those that I want to have the platinum for, it's always there, but the time, it's a tough one, isn't it? So Ali333, not a bad year, 25 plats, lots of big grindy long games, so makes sense. I'm just going to increase this on size a little bit so you guys can see it, although it's not much better. 1,186 hours, 60 games, 955 trophies, and 168 hours spent on Deep Rock Galactic, which is a lot. I don't know if you have the platinum for that game or not, but I've heard isn't it like 500 hours plus? So maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you could tell me. So the boss has come back up, and has he done it for Squirrel Ruler? I take it, right? Okay. So I pulled that Squirrel Ruler, so it's not blank anymore, right? Okay. So 555 hours played, 21 games played, 556 trophies earned, and then 220 hours spent on Final Fantasy XIV online, which I absolutely respect. And as you guys know, huge Final Fantasy fan, so I won't touch this game, because if I play this game, I won't play any other game, and I'll end up quitting trophy hunting. So I'm not playing Final Fantasy XIV, I'm not doing it. I refuse. It'll suck me in and it'll never let go. Oh, so liking these comments, excellent. I was quite happy with mine as well. Got as many plats this year as I did all my other 13 years with my account combined. Wow. So you've just added that other section in, which is great. Yeah, 50 platinum. Wow. Great work. Unbelievable year. Excellence. Really, really is. So we've got hacks. 2,312 hours played. 96 games played. 2,662 trophies earned. Very nice. And 330 hours spent on Red Dead Redemption 2. Absolutely crazy. Ice Gordy, 1,191 hours played, 46 games played, and nearly just shy of 1,300 trophies. And then Elden Ring, 212 hours. Wow. Did you just enjoy running around and doing other stuff, or did you struggle with it? Maybe you could tell me, because that does seem like a long time. I mean, I don't remember mine exactly, but it was under 100 hours. So yeah, a long time. Must have really, really enjoyed it, which is great. And we've got that extra screenshot where you've played Multiverses, was the next one, AOT 2, Vampire the Masquerade, and Horizon Forbidden West. That would have been good for people to post as well, the sort of top 5 games that they'd played on. Dragon, what have you done, my friend? Feels like half of that was looking for a ranked match. Nearly 2,500 hours played, 114 games played, 1,785 trophies earned, and 429 hours spent on Rocket League. Unbelievable. I'm surprised you like that, actually, Dragon. It's got cars in it. I didn't think you didn't think you were a fan. Aiden_Sam, not a bad year for me, just a shame it doesn't count PS3. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I haven't played any PS3 myself. I still regret selling mine to this day. I do think I need another one. But yeah, it's a real shame that they haven't included the stats for that. 1,356 hours played, 86 games played, 2,352 trophies earned. Very, very nicely done, Aiden. Very nicely done. And 88 hours spent on Ghost of Tsushima as well. Zoltan, 8212, just over 1,500 hours played, 60 games played, and 1,261 trophies earned, with Gran Turismo 7 coming in at your biggest game on most hours played, 197 hours, which is a lot as well. So I wonder if you carried on playing that after the platinum, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it's a lot of hours. So Wesley, for some reason, games played is at 1. It is supposed to be at 45. So yeah, this was one that I did notice, and why I mentioned at the start, and apologise if I'm reading stats out that aren't right. Obviously, some people added comments which would have explained it, and as I've explained, I've removed them. But yeah, this one really doesn't make sense, does it? You know, 1 game played, and 1,862 trophies. Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all, does it? But no, I mean, putting aside the number of games you've played, that doesn't really matter. Look at those hours, look at the trophies you've earned, and 334 hours spent on Infinite Warfare. Wow, is this playing online still, or have you been going at the zombies stuff? Interesting. A lot of hours. I actually need help with the zombies if someone wants to help me. So J1085, pretty good for me. Ghost of Tsushima is probably my favourite game, or Titanfall 2. Next month my account will be a year old, and hopefully I can get to 50 platinums by then. Fingers crossed. 1,295 hours played. Apparently you've not played any games last year. How weird. And just over 2,200 trophies earned. 97 hours on Ghost. Very, very nice. So we've got Cloud, just over 1,200 hours, 187 games. That's a lot of games. 2,407 trophies, and you spent 171 hours on Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Wow. So we've got Slack, just under 2,000 hours, 55 games played, just over 1,900 trophies earned, and you spent 134 hours on Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which is an amazing game, I must say. I thought Super Meat Boy would be my most played game, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey beat it by a few hours. Very interesting. So Visito, nothing too impressive, but I've met a lot of personal gaming goals this year, so I'm happy with that. That's all you can do, you know, if you set things or put things in place and you've hit that, that's amazing to see. So nearly 1,200 hours, 30 games played, and just over 1,000 trophies, with 165 hours spent playing Elden Ring. Wow, very, very interesting. Here he is, MC Sparky 23. We'll enlarge that a little bit. You should be able to see it, but again, I'm conscious of if people are watching on a phone and things like that, it could be quite small. So 1,311 hours played across 71 games, earning 1,868 trophies. And yeah, we haven't got the other side of it. So, oh, sorry, it's underneath, isn't it? Silly me. 153 hours spent on Gran Turismo 7. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. Let's have a look then. So Rye Alex 92, 1,112 total hours across 56 games, earning 1,029 trophies, and you spent 146 hours on FIFA 22. Very, very interesting. Great year, my friend. Heather, 984 hours, 31 games played with 912 trophies earned, and 89 hours spent playing Horizon Forbidden West. Very, very nice. That's a lot of hours for Horizon. I do respect it. I don't know if you've since gone in and done New Game Plus stuff and that kind of thing, which is why it's as long as that. But either way, it's a lot of hours. It actually really upsets me when I see people posting online Horizon Forbidden West Platinum in 22 hours, because they skip all the cutscenes and just go to the trophy related quests. Yeah, it does trigger me because I enjoy the game, but you know, if you're going to pay so much money for something, get the most out of it, enjoy it. M Master, let's have a little look at this. 2,190 Stunden gespielt. Yeah. What else have we got? Bring this, we'll enlarge it a little bit, won't we? So, yeah, 2,190 hours across 42 games, 1,563 trophies earned, and 562 hours spent in Diablo 2 Resurrected. Wow, that is very, very impressive. Great year from you, Master. I'm sure you'll have another one of those. Rushy Rocker, 1,756 hours played across 115 games, 3,234 trophies earned, which is amazing. Well done. 2 Point Hospital, 140 hours. 140 hours on 2 Point Hospital. Never played it, so I don't know what it entails, but yeah, great year from you. Great year. 400 plus increase in trophies is wholly down to you guys for the encouragement and the welcoming, and I love all of you. Oh, thank you, Next. We love you too. And yeah, absolute legend you are, really are. 1,548 new trophies. That is impressive. Let me just enlarge this a little bit so we can have a little look. 469% increase from last year, which is crazy, absolutely unbelievable. Annual highlights. Let's have a look at these next. 759 hours across 19 games. See, that doesn't sound right to me. I'm sure you posted 20 grubs just in the last monthly review, so how does that make sense? I'm only playing, but still 19 doesn't make sense from what I've seen, but this could be another one of those where the numbers aren't quite matching. But 1,548 trophies earned, and 97 hours spent on Elden Ring, which is amazing. Pocket Monster Hunter, 2,043 hours played across 47 games, 1,276 trophies earned, and 270 hours spent on Tukiden? I've never heard this said out loud, so I'm going to say Tukiden Kiwami. Who knows? Tukiden? Taukiden? Who knows? Let's just move on here before I get rinsed even more. Cicero, the Trophy Jester. What am I looking at here? Who have you been messaging? Who are you texting? Anyway, 865 more hours played, 325% more play time. So you've done just over 1,100 hours, 14 hours played online. I know there's some different stats here, but I thought we'd have a look at them. 265 total number of days played. I think is that the same as mine? Maybe. Top 5, you've got Fallout 4, which you've spent 427 hours on. I can't see the rest of it, but I can see that Yakuza Like a Dragon has kind of appeared there as your second most played. GLF, we've got 1,510 hours across 53 games, just over 1,200 trophies, and 268 hours spent on Monster Hunter World, which is a lot of hours. Them damn crowns, man. Them damn crowns. I hope you finish the game. I had to give up because can't get the crowns. Won't give them to me. I'm not lucky enough. Cinderate seems pretty accurate. I wonder how my Switch one is going to look like. 986 total hours. Very, very nice. Top 5 was Persona 5, 258 hours. Then we've got Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, Marvel Spider-Man Game of the Year edition, God of War, and then Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. Very, very nice. 986 hours, 37 games played, nearly 1,100 trophies. Very, very impressive. What a year. Really good. And here we've got Thomas. So what you do in Mortal Kombat, you've got 1,359 hours, 20 games, just over 1,300 trophies, and you spent 104 hours on Elden Ring, which sounds about right. It's kind of 80 to 100 hours I tend to see. But yeah, very, very well done. JT, 2,262 hours across 167 games. Wow. 2,482 trophies, and you spent 509 hours on Minecraft. Damn, it's a lot of hours on Minecraft. Angel Tech, 100% regret idle champs. So 2,352 hours played across 129 games, nearly earning just shy of 1,800 trophies. Idle Champions of the Forgotten, 368 hours. Wow, it's a lot of hours. Griff the Goat, what you say, my friend? On the PS5 it shows 101 hours played for Aliens, but this shows 123, so I don't know which is correct. 2,567 hours across 37 games, earning nearly 3,800 trophies, which is absolutely insane, Griff. But yeah, we'll go with the longer one, shall we? 123 hours, or do we take 101, which makes it more impressive? I don't know. Either one, it's a lot of hours. The game, I know from like the trophy guide, it's expected around 100 hours for this platinum, so 100 hours would make sense, to be fair. But yeah. And then, oh, okay, I did see this actually when I was scanning through. Thanks, Sony, for that amazing milestone of 2022 from Warhawk that I got in 2008. I can't remember off the top of my head, but mine done something similar. My profile doesn't go back as long as this, but I had a kind of a similar thing, and it mentioned something from like 2014. Really weird. So, yeah, 2022 major trophy milestones. Heir Apparent was 8th of December 22, but then look at Chief Sergeant from Warhawk. Why is there a first trophy milestone for 2022? Anyway, crazy, but you know, we'll give that a shout. Absolutely. Board grade 704 hours, 34 games played, 870 trophies earned, and 75 hours on Elden Ring. Very well done doing it in that time. So we've got user. Your top 5, you spent 333 hours on GTA. Second is Ultimate Street Fighter 4, then Lost Judgment, then Catherine Full Body, and then wrapping up the top 5, got The Last of Us Remastered, which is awesome. So yeah, just over 1,500 hours played across 52 games, and you've earned just over 1,500 trophies as well, which is amazing. Really, really good year. What are we saying, Cat Lord? Let's have a look. So 1,576 hours across 30 games, 1,423 trophies earned, and you've spent 216 hours on Crash 4. Wow, it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of Crash, isn't it? I can't remember if you've done this or not, but I'm hoping that those 216 hours have given you the platinum and it's done. But yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, very, very well done. So Unknown, 533 hours, 94 games played, 5,895 trophies. Blimey. I mean, not to judge, but I'm assuming there's got to be some grubs in there. Just boosting those up maybe, because that's a lot. That's a lot of trophies in a year. 142 hours spent playing Cyberpunk. So we've got Coded, 978 hours played, 79 games played, just over 1,500 trophies, and 138 hours spent on FIFA 20. You know, so you've gone back and looking to clean that up, or have cleaned it up. And then we've got Bartek, who's jumped in quite late, but you know, absolutely fine. I know it's late, but I'm not so long in the server, and I can't really send something in the monthly platinum collections because this month was stressful for me. Instead, I send that. So what are we looking at? 34 platinums, 127 gold, 325 silver, and 1,018 bronze over last year, which is awesome. So 1,110 hours across 73 games, 1,504 trophies, and you spent 147 hours on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which it's one of the best ways you can spend 147 hours, am I right? I mean, there's not many other things I'd like to do for that length of time. Witcher 3 is definitely on that list. But yeah, oh, sorry. Last but not least, I'm looking at the scroll bar on the side, and I thought we were at the bottom. But yeah, I do remember that little shout out for LC Gatsu, just joined the server. Welcome. Yeah, squeeze this in just in time for me doing the recording, which is awesome. So 1,160 hours played, 1,119 games played, 1,412 trophies earned, and you spent 143 hours on Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5, 2.5 Remix, which wraps up everyone's end of year. Yeah, everyone's done amazingly well. I mean, we all know that from kind of what we're posting monthly, what we're posting one at a time to show people what we've earned. It's obvious, it's evident that everyone has absolutely smashed it, and I'm sure 2023 is going to be even better. In terms of kind of plans moving forward, hopefully we're going to have a lot more going on as well, and things to kind of push us, encourage us, inspire us, all that good stuff. But yeah, that was everyone's end of year. What I'll do is we'll jump over to Game of the Year now. We're going to finish off with what you guys think is the best. So to Game of the Year 2022, what game do you guys think was the absolute GOAT of the past 12 months? Now, before we get started with this, and I know I keep banging on about ideas I had over Christmas, but I did want to do this in a fancier way with some editing, some gameplay, make it look a bit cooler. But because of time constraints and kind of following this recording, I will be going to work for 7 days. So I just wanted to get something out there for you guys to kind of hopefully enjoy. Now, what I had initially done is I did create a channel asking for everyone to submit their sort of best 5 games over the last year, where I'm going to break it down into a couple of little categories, ultimately giving us the Discord Game of the Year champion. I do appreciate some people won't have played 5 games. A lot of people have been doing cleanup and playing older stuff. So yeah, there are some people who've only been able to give a couple of games or even 1 game. But I do need to mention that some people I think haven't taken it seriously at all. I'm not even going to apologise for it, because I did make it clear that comments that weren't relevant would be deleted. But yeah, there's some comments that I've outright removed. So if you don't see yourself in there, the only thing I can say is when I do these, just take it seriously. You know, what I didn't want is for a leaderboard to happen at the end where a game that wasn't deserved ended up winning. That's kind of not what I wanted at all. So yeah, we'll kind of read through like we did with the wrap-ups. We'll see what everyone thinks, and then at the end we'll see what's won. Simple as that, right? So we'll start off with Rob the backup machine. When did you change this? So God of War Ragnarok, nice first game, which I've just got the platinum for today. So yeah, really enjoyed it. I'll talk about it a bit more when we do like monthly review, but yeah, just got it finished, which is awesome. I can now start cracking on with my other games because I've got too many on the go. Plague Tale Requiem, nice, I haven't played that yet. Stray, Horizon Forbidden West, and The Quarry. So no doubt we're getting a story off Rob as per. Let's have a look. So God of War Ragnarok first for me. I can't go into too much detail as it's new, but for me it improved on everything from the first game, and I love the story. I was so engrossed in it. Kratos is just such a great protagonist to play as. I even liked how they changed it up with giving the side characters more room to grow as well. I also shed a few tears in certain areas. Ooh, interesting. Hopefully there's no spoilers there for I'm just messing. Plague Tale was just so good, and if God of War hadn't come out this year, this would be my game of the year easily, considering they are not a AAA studio. Hats off to them, as this game was to that standard. The improvements from the first game were so vast that I don't think I've seen a sequel add so much more than this one had. The story for me was on par with the first game, but it is hard to beat the first game's story. Interesting. Stray, I think everyone loved playing as the cat, and I was no different. Was just a nice, chilled, refreshing game to play. Only bit that stressed me a little was that no damage near the beginning for is it Catch Me If You Can trophy. A little bit annoying, wasn't it? I love Horizon Zero Dawn, and don't get me wrong, I really like the sequel, but I felt it was missing something interesting. Loved all the improvements, and Aloy is just brilliant, but once I'd completed it, I didn't feel like I'd want to play it again anytime soon, which with the rest I would. Now, fair play. The Quarry, I enjoyed it. I would say my second favourite Supermassive game, and it was a hard call between this or Ghostwire for 5th spot, but the story was really good and was nice to see what they can do with a bigger budget. Very nice top 5, and I enjoyed reading that, Rob. Thank you. Leon again, so Metal Hellsinger. Oh, so this looks very different. So Metal Hellsinger, as soon as I played it, I knew it was my game of the year due to the soundtrack being top notch and gameplay was quite fun. Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, a lot of fun building up an army from scratch to take over Calradia, either way. The Quarry, only the second Supermassive game I've played, but I found it very fun and I enjoyed most of the characters. Stray, cute cat, do I have to say more? WWE 2K22, best WWE game there's been in a few years, had its fair share of bugs and issues, but still fun overall. Plus I couldn't think of too many of the games I've played that released this year. No, really nice top 5, Leon, thank you very much. So what's Flick saying? So God of War Ragnarok, standard. Horizon Forbidden West, standard. Multiverses, and then Stray. Don't think I've played any other release in this year. No, that's fine, but that's it. So, you know, I know not everyone has played 5 brand new games, but even if you're just popping a couple in and explaining that, you haven't played anything else, then that's fine. But, you know, as I was saying at the start, there was some people voting, just picking a grub and putting nothing else. I've removed it. You know, it is what it is. You know, take things seriously. That's what I say. it is all fun. Like at the end of the day, you know, we're here for enjoyment, but you know, we're talking video games. We've got to be serious, right? So, Pocket Monster Hunter, Elden Ring, favourite game of the year, nice. Stray, second. And then we've got Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin in third. And they're the only ones that's been played this year from you. But no, a nice solid top three. Very much like that. So the boss, what we say in Excellencio, God of War Ragnarok first, Elden Ring second, Horizon Forbidden West third, Multiverses fourth, and then you haven't played anything else that came out this year, which is absolutely fine. So a solid top four. Ice Gordy, Elden Ring, nice. Horizon Forbidden West, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, Multiverses, and then Themyscira, which is a very solid top five. Thank you for that. Black Phantom, God of War Ragnarok again, Horizon Forbidden West, Metal Hellsinger, Cult of the Lamb, and then you've said probably Callisto Protocol. Will get in there as soon as I start playing it. So yeah, very nice. Be interesting to know if you did start, because I know you hadn't updated the comment. It would be cool to know if you did start it, and if so, does it just creep into to be fifth, or would you put that higher? So M Master, that's easy. God of War Ragnarok, Forbidden West, and nothing more, because I only played those two brand new. Which is, if you're going to pick two games of last year, two of the best. Oshi, what are you saying, my friend? So God of War Ragnarok first, Elden Ring second, Stray third, Multiverses fourth, and Evil Dead fifth. An honourable mention to the Cuphead DLC. It was pretty cool, wasn't it? The delicious last course. I quite enjoyed it. So next, Elden Ring. That's it. That's the list. No, but seriously, Elden Ring, Stray second, and Cult of the Lamb third. If I play and finish any more this year, maybe I'll edit the list, but they'd have to truly blow me away. But yeah, no, nice top three. So Titan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, Ghostwire Tokyo, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, the Diofield Chronicle, and then Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. An unreleased honourable mention, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII would probably be somewhere between first and third. Yeah, now again, I like engaging with everyone in the comments. So yeah, drop something in, let me know if you have started Crisis Core, and if indeed it's hit your expectations, and would it kind of fall higher on this list. That'd be cool to know. Legmundo, which, although you're one of my best mates, I nearly deleted your comment, even though I get your honesty. But why have you put the Jumping Tofu Turbo in, man? Just to be funny. You haven't even played it. God of War Ragnarok, right answer. Horizon Forbidden West, right answer. Stray, right answer. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, right answer. Why have you put that in there? I know it's just a bit of fun. I get it. And the only reason I've left it in is you've put it in as fifth. If you'd have done what others would have done and put it as number one with your then real favourite games after, I would have removed it, because it's just a few too many people would have impacted the overall outcome. And I didn't want that to happen, because at the end of the day, I'm making a video on it. I can't waste all this time and then announce my name as Mayo 3 as Game of the Year, because that's just silly. Griff 2803, Elden Ring first, Modern Warfare 2 second, and Stray third. Very nice. Slack is saying Elden Ring, Plague Tale Requiem second, Sifu third, and Asterigos Curse of the Stars in fourth. Haven't played anything else from this year yet. Zoltan, God of War Ragnarok, Ollie World, Elden Ring, Tunic, and then Horizon Forbidden West just sneaking in there. MC Sparky 23, my boy Alex, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Sifu, Stray, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. That's how you do a list, Leggy. That's how you do the list, just like this. Taking it seriously. I know I'm a try hard, but at the end of the day, I'm the one doing the video. My rules. Motor Compa, Thomas, what are we saying? So Elden Ring first, God of War Ragnarok second, Horizon Forbidden West third, Stranger of Paradise in fourth. The only ones I've played that came out in 22, Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok are real close though. Ask me again tomorrow and they might switch places. Shared first place, to be honest. No, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, I might discuss mine at the end, just loosely. I'm not going to do much with it, but yeah, I can kind of understand that. I do get it. So Catlord 732 Stray. That's the only game I can say since I've been playing older games. That's fair. Thank you very much for that, Catlord. Taylor, what you saying, my friend? Wow, what's with the format of how you've written this? Tottenham fans, am I right? Even the comments proper Spursy, isn't it? Like, look at it. It's all over the place. It's like the back four. It's like your back four. Dear me. So you've got like Romero down here, and then you've got Matt Doherty over there. He doesn't know what he's doing. Anyway, God of War Ragnarok first, Elden Ring second, Horizon Forbidden West third, and Modern Warfare 2 in fourth. Thank you very much for that, Taylor. Really appreciate it. Vizitor, I've not played many new releases, but of the ones I did play, Elden Ring first, Stray second, 2 Point Campus third, Horizon Forbidden West fourth. But if DLC counts, it totally doesn't. Then Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course comes above all others. Wow. So it's a couple of little mentions there for Cuphead. It is a great game, to be fair, I must say. Rylex92, what you saying, my buddy? God of War Ragnarok first, Horizon Forbidden West second, Gran Turismo 7 third, Stray fourth, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in fifth. Very, very nice. Cinder8, God of War Ragnarok, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Stray, Persona 5 Royal. I know Persona 5 isn't technically new, but I can't think of it right. Okay, yeah, I was thinking for a second, it is a bit older, isn't it? That threw me off, but no, great little list. Bluish Diamond, Gran Turismo 7, it's the only game released this year that I've played, I think, so it automatically becomes my game of the year. Though as I am a huge racing fan, it probably would have been game of the year anyway, which is fair because it is a great game. Onyx has gone with God of War Ragnarok first, Pokemon Legend Arceus, and then Horizon Forbidden West in third. All games that I played, I think. And then last but not least, Ray the Legend. I'm late, but now that I've had time to think, Sifu first, God of War Ragnarok in second, and Elden Ring in third. So some very, very interesting opinions. For the most part, you know, the same kind of games were mentioned, but it was nice to see some others kind of, you know, popping up in there and seeing what other people think. How I've kind of worked this before I started the recording is I've done it over, so whoever got given kind of first place, each time was like 5 points, fourth for second, third for third, 2 points for fourth, and 1 point for you know, placing fifth off someone's top five, ultimately giving us a total points. But I've also done it as which game got the, you know, the most votes, which one appeared the most, just so we could kind of see which one was kind of the most popular. So I've got my little notes ready. Very unprofessional of me because I've got them just to the side. They're right there, right there, right there. So in fifth place, which had 12 points, and that was only across 3 votes. I must say this game did pop up in some other lists, but they were deleted, unfortunately. But it still managed to get into 5th. I don't think with the other votes it would have got it higher, so don't worry about that. But yeah, 12 points across 3 different votes was Gran Turismo 7. In 4th place, across 13 different votes. Now, I thought the number of votes for this game would have been higher because of it was free for most people. But yeah, across 13 votes, it managed to get 39 points, and that was Stray in 4th place. Now, 2 points ahead of that, but on the same number of people who voted, so this appeared in 13 different people's top 5s, was Horizon Forbidden West. I think we can kind of see where this is going, can't we? We all knew what was gonna be up here. Then this one surprises me. I actually thought it would have been in more people's lists, to be fair, but only 12 people had this in theirs, but it did manage to get 53 points. So for the most part, when it did appear, it was quite often taking first place. So I do think maybe if more people had played the game, it might have been closer to what is number 1. But yeah, 12 people voted at 53 points for Elden Ring, which of course leaves us with God of War Ragnarok, of course, wins everything except real game of the year. I don't get that personally, but yeah, 15 people had God of War Ragnarok in their list, and out of those 15 votes, there was only 2 people that didn't have it as number 1. you know, so that's really impressive. So yeah, 13 different people who voted had it as their game of the year, which is speaks volumes on how good it was. What is crazy is the kind of the top 5 that has came out is actually my top 5, which is really, really bizarre. They are in a slightly different order. So although we've got God of War first, Elden Ring second, Horizon third, Stray fourth, GTA 7 in 5th, I'm going to say, as I said it on the monthly review, Horizon's still my favourite game of the year. I had more fun with that than I did the others. I would put God of War second. It's only not number 1 because it just felt like I was playing the same game. It didn't feel that much different for me, although it was near perfect. Elden Ring was obviously unbelievable. That would be my third. It was just unnecessarily large. I don't think the bosses were quite as unique as something like Bloodborne, for example. But yeah, I'll put that third, and then GT7 would probably be 4th for me, and then Stray 5th. But yeah, the same games were in there, which was really weird. But yeah, kind of the people have spoken. God of War Ragnarok wins Game of the Year for the server. Yeah, I just can't wait to see kind of all the other amazing games we're going to get to play this year. You know, I know there's so many more coming, but like Forspoken is one I've been looking forward to for a while. That's going to be getting bought straight away. Hogwarts Legacy is another one. Can't wait for Spider-Man 2, of course. You know, Final Fantasy 16, and we've got Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth at the end of the year. It's just, there's just so many amazing games, isn't there? And I can't wait to do this again next year, where I can put more of a plan in place and have more awards kind of going on. It's going to be really good. You know, we might even do it as like an end of year podcast. I'll maybe try and get Alex and Leggy involved, and we'll do something that way. I think that would be pretty good. But yeah, it's enough of me waffling on. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave me a like, cheeky like that is. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and if you haven't already, drop me a sub. It really helps me out. You know, we're closing in on 500 now. And yeah, it's been amazing. You know, it's only been going since May, but I'm looking forward to a kind of fresh year doing this. Hopefully we can push it a little bit more. Whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.